Day 13, 101 hours into my Cedar Strip kayak build over at Turning Point Boat Works with Joey Schott. That's Joey right there. Today we did a lot of, not really woodwork, but if you notice the boat is shinier. What did we do today, Joey? We did three different things. One, we filled some resin into some of the holes. You made kind of a putty. What did you do?
Yeah, I just mixed up the sawdust that we had from the sanding process into some thickened, or we thickened the epoxy to kind of fill some gaps that were left prior to pre-coating the entire hull of the kayak.
Yeah, and by the way, folks, this is not something you would learn on day one of making a kayak, and that's why I'm glad I'm building it here at Turning Point Boat Works. The whole time when we were sanding, every now and then I noticed that you were taking a little cup and you were scooping some of the sawdust, and I was like, what's he doing, man? This guy really loves wood. Strange. It was kind of strange.
I am strange.
But you use that, you mixed it with epoxy, and wherever we had a little tiny gap, you put it in there, and it was kind of like Bondo for a kayak.
Yeah, kind of like that, yeah.
Right? Do people still use Bondo? No one uses Bondo, right?
Oh, all the time.
Is that like a
yeah,
damn,
they do.
Old cars? My dad used to work on old cars.
Yeah.
And then we came back, and what did we do second?
We pre-coated the entire surface of the kayak to seal it up, and then scraped off all the excess, and we let it cure until we could put the fiberglass on.
So today was a lot of sitting around. We only worked for 6 hours because there was a lot of hurry up and wait. And then the third step was, if you notice, the boat looks like it's got a bit of a skirt on it now. And that's because we laid some fiberglass over it and then epoxied over that.
Correct. Yeah. So the fiberglass is actually the outer skin. We always, when I used to work at Chesapeake Lightcraft, we say it is a fiberglass kayak with a really pretty core that you can see. So this is the protective layer on the outside. This is what gives it all the ding resistance, the scratch resistance, and also makes it nice and stiff as well. And
we're going to put a second coat on because remember, we have to put a gator layer on this because I'm going to be floating this down Bayou Lafourche, and there's a lot of alligators down in southern Louisiana. So we're going to put a gator layer on it, but that's going to also shine it up a lot, right?
Right. Yeah. So we're gonna put a couple more coats of epoxy on this, and that will basically level everything out and make it really nice and shiny, kind of like your Rolls Royce look, the gloss level.
Aside from painting, basically we're painting this stuff on. We're using these squeegees. You'll see it in the video. We're done with the hull almost, right? I mean.
Yep. This is pretty much done. We don't have anything but extra layers of epoxy to put on it. That's it.
Yeah, and I'm very excited. I know this sounds crazy to be excited about this, but we have some ideas. Look, when you work on something for 101 hours, we started talking about the deck while we were doing the hull.
Yeah.
And we have some really great ideas of what we want to do on the deck because that's the really pretty. If you think this is pretty, we're going all out on the pretty.
Yeah.
On the deck, right?
Yep.
And so we're still going for that Nick Shoutouts museum finish on this boat. So stay tuned in. We're going to come back next week. Again, if you want to learn more about Turning Point Boat Works, go to turningpointboatworks.com. This is the guy who owns it, Joey Schott, not Nick Shotta. He owns Guillemot. You can go check out that guy. He's also a master. Go check out what these guys are doing. That's what got me interested in doing this, and we're going to continue to do it. See you next week.